just have to ask, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, this is my umbrella. It's my June gloom umbrella.
The wonderful weather
because there's a lot of rain. It's been nonstop. It's like a light switch. It rains, then it stops, and it rains. So let me just shake it off here and
put that umbrella.
Put that away. You're not supposed to open it inside. They say
that umbrella away. Let's get back.
This one's
to
invisible.
All in Focus, man.
Absolutely,
we have a lot to talk about.
Indeed, we do.
Welcome back to All in Focus, the Creators Podcast. My name is Manny. My co-host Mark. How you guys doing today? And Mark, how are you?
Well, not bad, not bad. It's been a busy month, man.
Oh my God,
we've been all over the map. Like if we could light this thing up like in little pixels, it looked like Times Square.
Right?
It would just be like bing, 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 bing. The sounds I never hear in Vegas or Atlantic City, by the way. But
our podcast coordinator here, Ming, was just saying how fast June went. Right? I can't believe it. We're in July already. And we have like so much to talk about.
It's crazy. And June, unfortunately, was a bit of a washout. I mean, you know me, I live by the shore, and it's just like the amount of people that are like so bummed. They're like, yeah, I came down here is like hoping to get like sneak away for the weekend or something and get some nice weather, but it's been so rainy.
I know.
But we work, rain or shine.
Yeah.
We're there, right?
Yeah. Listen, I'll take the rain. I mean, I don't like the rain, but I'll take it over winter.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I can't. I still feel like though it's a continuation of like, yes, it's warm, but it's like we've been looking for like sun and beauty, but we'll take what we get. That's why we go to Florida though, right?
That is
I know
true.
you were in Florida.
I was in Florida.
Swim week.
God, Miami
Swam week.
Miami Swim Week 2025.
Nice.
I was telling everybody prior to getting that assignment for the magazine Supermodels Unlimited and some work for Getty Images. And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking this is going to be great. I'm going to be going down to Miami. I'm going to be hitting some clubs. I'm going to go to some rooftop bars. It's just going to be a little bit of work, more play. No. As soon as I get off the plane, ding, text message. Hey, your first shoot is at like 1:30. I'm like 1:30. 1:30 ended up to being like, I think I went to bed at 1:30.
Yeah,
from continuing to continuous models of shooting models, then the editing because everything has to be kind of like ready to roll for the next day.
Right.
Then you're getting your assignments for the next day.
Yeah.
It is constant work.
Flow, man.
It's cool being there. Don't get me wrong. Like I had an awesome time in Miami Swim Week. The place was great.
Where'd you stay again?
Right behind the Cleveland.
You were on like the main strip.
The main strip. Yeah.
Cool.
I forget the name of their sister hotel. It'll come to me in a second.
Yeah.
But it's right behind the Clevelander. And right in South Beach, Miami.
Awesome. Joe and the Juice is there. Did you go?
You mean the coffee place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Always stop in there.
That's a good one.
Yeah. But I hit a Cuban restaurant, which was awesome.
Come on.
So of course I have that cafe con leche.
Of course,
right?
You said that to me. I was just like, looks great.
Not like this coffee, but Paris baguette is good too.
Yeah, it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Cuba, Paris.
But Miami Swim Week, the energy is crazy. There's tons of photographers down there, tons of models from all walks of life, and believe it or not, the average age of model I was shooting was between like 13 and probably 18 for the magazine, right? And then other events for Viscaza, swimwear, some stuff for Getty. It was just really cool, but a lot of work.
Of course, yeah.
And
I saw your post on Instagram. I was like, oh, it's like just going through. I was like, damn, another one.
Yeah.
It was like awesome, man. I mean, what a better place. Like, it's beautiful. Like, what better place than Miami? Miami is so cool. It's like, I feel like it's our little slice of Dubai. Like, I just like we have to pay. I mean, Brickell and all that, like wherever you shoot, it's just so modern and like a little tropical city.
It was definitely cool to wake up there every morning and know, like, hey, I'm going to go do what I love, and work with some awesome people. And I have to tell you, I made me, I'm a networker.
Of course.
So I made so many connections with these models and their parents.
Okay, cool.
And, they loved me and my energy that we're bringing. And I worked with some amazing, talented photographers.
Right.
Like, I flew down with one from the magazine.
Oh, sure.
Adia, we met up in Newark. We flew down together. She was shooting for the magazine as well. Really awesome photographer in person, and we just had a great time. But it was nonstop work. Like there was no nightclubs.
No,
not for me anyway.
We were so close. So we were in Florida too. I was in Orlando.
You were in Orlando. I wanted you to get down on that
Jordan
train.
and AJ. I know we were looking it up.
That train?
The
Sun something. No,
it'll come to me at some point. I'll just blurt it out.
It goes from Orlando to Miami.
Yeah, it's the new one. The it's like blue or something. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, we were looking it up because we wanted to go so bad. We were like, listen, we'll make a nightclub night. Let's do it. We were looking at when's the last train. But what I'm curious is, do you think the models that are there do a lot of them live there or are they visiting? Do you know?
I would say a lot of them flew in.
You think like nearby or
I know
far?
some people I met lived in Georgia.
Okay, so like still south, like.
Some from North Carolina.
Okay.
Alexia, who was an awesome model and friend, she lives all the way out in L.A. with her husband.
Wow. Nice.
She's out there. I mean, they're all over.
Vast network.
Yeah.
The reason I'm
some
asking.
from Pennsylvania, some from Jersey.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
all over the place. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I'm asking because I know that one thing that I always feel like that we bring, and we both know this, is like our energy is like almost unmatched, right? Like we'll go to an event, and when you go out of New Jersey, I mean, we know this with weddings too. You shoot a wedding out in PA, it's totally different than how we rock it in New Jersey or whatever. So when people always say like, oh, like, you bring that energy, like we bring that energy down there, it must be mind blown because they're probably like, well, we're not used to this, I know Miami's like a hub, but I would say like I'm curious as to like if you brought energy, they're like, wow, we haven't seen this before, which I think you did because you made a post or somebody left you a review I saw on your Instagram.
Woman,
and she was like, this guy was like
Brianna's mother. I won't say their last name, but the mom is really cool.
Name and address withheld.
Cool. The whole family was cool, and the one thing that she said was, oh my God, your energy is just awesome. And it was a whole team. We're doing this like quickly. I'll just divulge into this. We're doing this. It's like my last shoot of the night with this model, Brianna, and she's such a great kid, 13 years old, but she has so much confidence, and poise, and like she's gonna go far. She's really awesome. And we're doing this like dusk shoot, and of course, like I'm bringing out the off-camera flash, like enough of the natural daylight stuff. Let's do some really fun stuff. The makeup artist Meredith, she's behind me. She's like, "Wow, this is some sick shit," And, and the mom's like, "Oh my God," I'm showing.
That's my daughter.
I hate to show a picture on a 3-inch screen, right? Because they really can't see the detail.
I know. You have to like look through the viewfinder. Hello.
But they're watching it and they're seeing it, and I'm feeding off of it. And I quickly just turned my camera and said, "So what'd you think of the shoot today?" The mom went off like, "Oh my God, you were awesome!"
Of course,
it was just, it was a good way to wrap up Miami Swim Week. So I had a great time with that.
Cool, man. Yeah, that's awesome. I love Miami. I just got to get down there again.
Yeah, I can tell you this, and I talked to Derek and Paul about it, and I'd love to include you. I think next year, with all the networking guys, there was so much work that I had to turn down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had people texting me, "Hey, can you meet me at the beach, the next morning at 6 a.m. I'd love to do a photo shoot. Let's go to Muscle Beach." Like, I wanted to do all those things, but I was just so busy with other stuff that I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Wow. But so it's been that was a cool because I kind of went into the first week of June, and then I had the Tribeca Film Festival in the city, which was great.
I was gonna segue just into that and say, you did New York for like a whole week almost, right? Was it a week?
Yeah, for the Tribeca Film Festival. Yeah.
And then we had something. I was like, hey, I have a job for you. And you were like, where? I was like,
when you told me I have a job, I'm like, let's go. And what was it? Beverage Network?
BevNet? BevNet 2025 for all my, listen, I love my energy drinks. I try to keep it clean,
You love energy drinks.
I like my energy via coffee, via gum, which we'll get into in just a second.
I got to talk about this gum.
And then
let's talk about it right now.
You want to talk about it?
My friend Mark here has this gum called Neuro. Energy and Focus gum. Here it is right here. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe
I think
not.
so.
There it is. Anyway, this guy's shooting weddings. I'm thinking he's caffeinated. No, he's on this.
I am. So it is. It's got like, so I got to say, first of all, shout out to Joe Eckert, the videographer. He was the one that showed this to me. And he was like, you want a piece of gum? It's got energy in it. I was like, ooh, talking my language. So it's got, where is it? I think I want to say 80 milligrams of caffeine, I
80
believe.
milligrams caffeine in a capsule of gum?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I lied. Is it 40? I'm blind now. Yeah, but it's got like caffeine, L-theanine, vitamin B12, B6, brain boost, balance, all that good stuff. Body, all the B's. But no sugar, aspartame free. This is not an ad. Don't skip us right now, okay? We're just reading it. All right?
Man's going right into the commercial.
Yes, that's right.
We'll be right back with a commercial break from Mark Esposito.
Chew on this. All right. But I love it. So, instead of like, I'm always like, when I'm shooting a ceremony, I need to like stay focused. So I'm like chewing gum low key on the side. I'm like, it's my little de-stressor.
It's hard for us to stay focused.
Right. I mean,
but he's messing around anyway.
Well, that's what we got. Where's the focus and the brain? Vitamin B6. There you go. Like this just kind of gives you a little energy bump. Nothing crazy. It's not like you're getting like, a spike, but you just kind of feel like perked up.
Well, speaking of energy drink, BevNet was all about like not just, energy. I mean, a lot of it was focused on energy drinks, but that was something I've never been to before. What an amazing experience.
So many, like, there were so many beverages outside of like the norm. I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like, yes, coffee exists outside of Starbucks and Dunkin'. You know what I mean? But for energy drinks, like, everybody knows
Healthy
Celsius, Alani. Yeah, I was mind blown by like some of these brands I've never heard. The one drink, I'm still drinking them in my fridge. I have so many.
Which one? Oh,
I had this iced tea.
Oh my God, we took so much away from that place. The swag bags was off the charts.
It was really bad. It was like, it was just like trick or treat. But it
looked like we just came from Costco when we left.
I know. We set up the pictures.
We're saying we're going to walk to the train. We're like, there's no way we're walking to the train.
We look like
we had to get an Uber.
Trying to get through. But yeah, man, it was like, I had this iced tea. It was a peach tea. And I'm looking, I said, I want something that has too much energy. I'm kind of just chilling. And I'm looking and I was like, oh, I'll try this peach tea. Turns out it had 140 milligrams of caffeine. I was like, all right, whatever. I did it anyway. Yeah. But it was so good. And I was like, iced tea with that much? Like, that's pretty good. And there's like, I don't know, there's stuff in it. But it was so like clean. The ingredients were clean. Like, there's a lot of like healthy alternatives.
And what about the protein drinks from, what was it, Remedy Organics?
Yeah.
They were awesome, right? They're right out of Jersey.
Yep.
Yeah,
there's a health food store by my house, and they carried that brand. I saw it in the fridge. I was like, oh, I know them. The matcha, the matcha green tea, the cold brew coffee. They had that blue one too.
Turmeric.
Yeah. I was like, wow, this is wild protein, everything. So cool.
Let's talk about why we were there with Rebel 8.
Rebel 8. Yeah. That's who we were with, man. They were amazing. So that was a cool connection because my Dunkin' people, the wife, I guess, so he's the husband of Telma, who's one of my connections through Dunkin'. So she's like, listen, she's like, it's not coffee, but it's an energy drink.
When we say connections for Dunkin', I just want to, because we are a creators podcast, we're talking about photo and video.
Right.
Mark has this client where he goes and photographs and does video for these grand openings of specific Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes.
So again,
Lou Frankton.
Right. There you go.
Shout out to Lou Frankton.
So your photography and video business career can lead to so many different things, right? We're not just talking here about weddings. We're talking about everything. Photographing and videotaping openings of Dunkin' Donut stores.
Hey, it's crazy. Yeah, like you can. Funny story. Like I shot a wedding the one night before, and then they had me go down to Scranton or up to Scranton.
Yeah.
That next day, and I was like, it's just crazy. It's like, all right, gearing up for a wedding, gearing up for a grand opening for a Dunkin' or whatever. They refurbish the stores, but. So the connection came through that, and then
and they wanted photo and video, right?
Yeah. They wanted photo, video, and they were like, "Listen, we're having this event. It's going to be very like New York street style. We're like street vendor. Like, hey, we're out here, sample." And what was funny is we crushed it because even the people working BevNet, the ladies like, I see you out there. I see you both out there. She goes, you're doing a true New York style. We're handing fire departments coming by. We're handing them some drinks, police, whoever, taxis.
Amazon drivers.
Those guys were funny, man. They tell you like alcohol. We're like, listen.
I think they got on the radio and say, hey, go over to whatever street we're on. They're handing out free stuff.
It was amazing. They fire departments pulled everybody. It was so
awesome.
That was so cool, man. And that was just an incredible event. Again, you never know what you're going to do. That was a long day, too. It was like, what, 6 hours? But it felt like 2 hours. It went by so fast.
7 a.m.?
Yeah.
Like that?
We ended up getting a room the night before.
Yeah.
And then just it made more sense. And then, just executed on the event.
But that's what we're doing. We're just kind of like shooting editorially, right? I mean, just people coming up, enjoying the samples, their reactions, getting people with the company, photographing products. Yep. So it all ties in, and it was, to me, it was a great experience because I've never been to a beverage networking event like that.
Me neither.
It was really wild.
I think the owner of Ghost was there, or C4. And
everybody was there. C4,
wild.
Red Bull, Calm, that one company that has... it's like an energy drink, but more not an energy, a more calming experience. Right?
Yeah, there were so many branches. There was the one that had like, what was it, like CBD drinks or something
CBD.
Like that?
Some had THC. Yeah. It's like the people are just branching out different kinds of coffees.
That's what I'm saying. I've never
coffees in
really
a can.
The industry blew up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I mean, or it's just news to me. I've never seen so many vast options. They're just not all maybe on the store shelves. But Rebel 8, though, man, I'm telling you, I'm hearing them everywhere now. I just heard something on 101.5.
I love their logo.
Oh, I do too.
Logo is sick.
Did you see in the video? I put it. I had to. It looks so sick.
Yeah.
But now I hear them everywhere. They're like sponsored by Rebel 8. I'm like, I know them. We know them. You know,
we
like
know them, yeah.
So, and I like that they had sugar free and the regular options.
Yeah.
They had people like, oh yeah, let me check out the sugar free. Other people were like, give me the sugar. But so cool. So many walks of life, and we just like captured all of it.
Yeah.
So many people. This person's going to work. This person's going out.
Right.
for a joy walk.
It's interesting to see what goes on in New York City streets at that hour, isn't it? How many people are going which way? And we went to the coffee shop down the way. And
that was a good spot too.
Right? Yeah.
It's so cool, man. And then just even
this is what I'm saying. This job, this career, photography, video, whatever you do, it can lead you to so many different places that you could just never imagine doing. Like I can't imagine it, right? Like
I know
this wasn't a typical event.
No, not
photographing
at all.
speakers. We're actually just photographing real people trying out samples of beverages.
Yep.
Capturing their basically just how they react to the beverage itself.
Yeah.
And their interaction with the company and the people outside the street. It was really cool.
And I will say, everybody on their team, fantastic to work with.
Oh yeah.
Like that whole group. I'm horrible with names, but like the girls, the guys. There was like a small group of about 5. Every one of them, so cool.
Yep.
So cool. So maybe Jason will throw the picture of them, that we have up. So we could.
So shout out to Rebel Ape for hiring us. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
Really cool experience on my end as well. And I know that was a first for you too, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
for sure. Energy drink. I was like, oh, let's see this. And it's so cool, man. I'm glad we got to do it. And in the Big Apple, nonetheless. Like, what better place to sample all this stuff? You know what I mean? Yeah.
And then other news, right? Authentic Brand Group reached out to us again. Exciting. So we're photographing their holiday party coming up in December. So these repeat clients are what you want. This is probably our 5th year with them.
Yeah.
And we're talking an event that is probably the biggest event that I've been a part of. Over close to 700 people.
Yeah.
For their holiday party.
Right. Yeah. At Tao, it was like unbelievable. I've been to Tao, but my goodness, like to see it like at max capacity, I'm just like wild, man.
Right.
I mean,
and
good
last
for them.
year we added video.
Yeah.
So we did a recap of the event, and they were like, "Yep, Mark crushed it. We want him again." So you're back on board with that.
Yeah, that was such an awesome event. But now, I can't wait. Like that's going to be a really good one.
Yeah. So that was like the beginning of June. Now we're in the middle of June, and
scary.
It's
going by too fast.
We had weddings, right? We had Alyssa's wedding, and
Sweet 16s a lot.
Sweet 16s are coming up.
Sweet 16s.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. Lots of Sweet 16s lately, and mitzvahs.
The last wedding that we had, we unveiled what we've been trying to do, and I know other people are doing it as well, but we did it my way.
Yeah. Frank Sinatra, baby.
That's it. We did it my way.
I did it my way.
So in addition to having a photo booth at your wedding, and we love photo booths, they're a lot of fun. You can get silly with them, put on silly hats and signs and make silly faces.
Yes.
But now what we're doing is we're adding a portrait studio to your event or wedding, and basically have a photographer there with a simple white backdrop, 1 or 2 light setup. You really only need 1.
Yeah.
And your guests can come over to the portrait studio and pose for a nice photo. You're dressed up, right?
Yep. I love it.
And the takeaway is a black and white image at the end of the night, and you get 3 or 4 photos and move on. But it was classic, timeless, and the venue loved it. The guests loved it.
How could you not?
And it's a cool addition to your event.
Yeah, and this is like in no way, shape, or form against, like, I'm not taking a shot at the photo booth, but like
not at all. It's just an addition.
We've seen the photo booth, like. We always see a photo booth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe we're desensitized to it compared to maybe others, but like this was in my opinion, this was a sharper, cleaner version of the photo booth, right?
Yeah.
Like it's so much more like, I don't know.
That's why I feel like the photo booth, when you have a photo booth at an event
and
or
it's
wedding,
fun.
it's more fun, right?
Yeah.
You're going in there, you're getting goofy,
Yeah.
you're putting on silly hats,
Right.
and you get like a little film strip at the end of the night. Typically, I know because I do it all the time with photo booths, you put it on the refrigerator, you put it somewhere, 6 months later, you probably throw it out.
Or you're like, all right, or
Right?
put it away in a book.
How many of those film strips can you actually collect, right?
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
but again, I'm not taking anything away from that. But with this, you can actually get, you can frame this and actually keep this forever. It's black and white, it's timeless, and it looks
just
really
was a
cool.
sharp, like you said,
And everyone
portrait.
loved it. Yeah.
Just like a quick portrait. I liked it.
I thought it was a lot of fun, and the venue really said, "Oh, this is great." So we're gonna start doing that more.
I think you should.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yep. So what else is going on with you?
Well, more work, man. Like we discussed, it's been like, I like to call it crack the whip. Basically, you just kind of go from one event to the other, and they're like on polar opposite ends of the spectrum as terms of location or just even the event itself. Like you said, you could be shooting a wedding the night before and then all of a sudden have like a Dunkin' event or like some sort of like you have to totally change gears. Or it just might be like a triple, like in a weekend where you're just, a wedding, a Sweet 16, a bar mitzvah. It's just like, it's crazy. I've been having a lot of like Thursday events too, which is interesting. And even during the week, I just did I did my cousin Shane's barbershop, Swagger and Blade.
Mm-hmm.
We did his new location actually out in Wall on, was it 35, right?
Yeah.
In Wall, yeah. So he's got a new location. Funny story, and this kind of pertains to one of the episodes we talked about. I'm trying to fly the drone at his new shop. It's like I bring the drone and everything, and I'm flying, and his store is located on the one side of the plaza. My drone, where I'm parked, is on the other side. So I'm flying over. There's like an invisible wall. The drone can't fly over here. There's an airport too close.
Yeah.
So I could only film on the one side of the plaza. It let me film free roam.
Really?
Not on the other side.
Wow.
Like, so the wall goes right on his shop. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I got shots.
It wasn't allowing you to do it in the app itself? Like it would.
Oh, yeah. It was one of those things where, sometimes they tell you, like, you to be cautious. Hey, you're not supposed to fly here. But, if you have clearance, whatever, you just said okay.
You can hit okay.
This was, like, not that. I needed to type in some code or something. I was like, come on. So I was able to get side shots of it. And, it looked good still. But I'm like, really want to do a flyover? And it just wouldn't let me do it. But it was cool. We got some cool creative shots. I posted the video, but he's smoking a cigar outside. Shane. And, it was a good one. He loved it. And, just like you said, it really depends. Just there's so many ways the wind can blow with these events.
Yeah.
Shooting a barbershop, shooting, a wedding, an event, And then I know, not to be too political or anything like that, but we just shot something. That was kind of cool. Jack Chitterelli.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool. I wanted to bring that up.
Candidate
I thought,
for governor for New Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's again, put political
of course, you have to.
aside or whatever. It just, you don't know what it's going to lead to. So,
Yeah.
These events lead to bigger things. And then, for me, whenever I'm at any event, I'm trying to make new connections.
Of course.
Right? You got to network because you never know, when they may or may not may end. You don't know. So take advantage of all the different things that come your way. Just like the last, I photographed a 50th anniversary for a couple, like amazing, 50 years of marriage, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I remember my buddy that I photographed his wedding a few years ago said, hey, my son's getting into photography.
Yeah.
And, he's aspiring photographer. He goes to Seton Hall. I'm like, this might be cool for him to come hang out with me. And, and he came to the 50th anniversary with me. And, he did his thing. When people come with me, I let them go and do their thing. They can shadow me if they want, but just, be free, be creative. If you already have a camera and you want to be a photographer, you already have the eye. You already kind of know what you're doing. Yes, we can guide you and hone in those skills a little bit.
Yeah.
But like you said, be free, go do what you want, and then we'll critique some things later. But he did really well. And I just, for me, I've always said it. You could have the best camera, whatever camera, you could be this or that. I want to see who you are as a person because if I'm hanging out with you for 4 hours, you got to be cool, you got to be fun, you got to be engaging with the people. And he was all of those things. Yeah. So he totally rocked it on that end of it. That's what they want. They want to remember that.
Right.
And the funny thing about it is, here's a couple 50 years later that remembered the photographer at his wedding. And you know what he told me? He sucked. Imagine that. 50 years. How many times have we talked about this subject?
Yeah.
When we polled brides, right? Before I got into wedding photography, I remember, let's go back to my first episode.
Yeah.
I polled on Facebook, which I've never did a polling on Facebook, and asked brides how did they like their photographer. And the majority of them did not.
I know.
Right? There was negative feedback.
Yeah.
Here's a guy and his wife, and they both agreed. It was amazing to see, and I'll get into their album in a minute because it was so cool. The guy only took 300 photos, right? And he only got delivered like 30 or 40 photos. And you could tell by his album. Because the album was there on display. Here we are 50 years later. To the day, there was only a couple this past weekend.
Oh, boy.
And he was not happy with his wedding photographer. And he remembered that. We're talking 50 years of marriage, 50 years ago, right? Yeah. So I'm looking at the wedding album, and I'm thinking to myself, this is kind of short, right? I know it was...
it was only 2 pages.
I know it was like major film back then and everything, but it's like, this is it. Yeah. And the reason why is because he told the guy, well, you better get back into the studio and find me some more images.
He told him that.
Yeah, the husband was a really cool guy. But I'm looking at this old, vintage, 50-year wedding album.
Yeah.
To be honest, not much has changed when it comes to the world of posing.
Wow.
Right?
Interesting.
So,
really? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, the photographer, even though this guy didn't like him for whatever, the poses that we still do today were done back then, obviously. Yeah. And, just really cool portraits with natural lighting. You could see were some, obviously, there was some flash involved.
Right.
my takeaway from it was that this guy didn't like his photographer, and
Yeah.
he remembered
There
it
was
50 years
him
later.
over on that one. He was
Right,
like,
so
that
was kind of interesting to see. But
Wow.
congratulations to him and his
50
wife
years
on
is
50
huge.
years of
Those
marriage.
are those guys at the weddings that win the centerpiece.
I told him
anniversary
that. I told him
dance.
that. I said, when we do the
Oh, they
anniversary
are?
dance, you were the one that
You're the
wins
winner,
the
aren't
prize.
you? He's
Yeah.
like, we have a dozen bouquets.
He's
here.
got more medals than he could
Froze
imagine.
them.
So that was cool. But again, I brought in another photographer, Michael Monardo, and he was really good.
Michael Monardo, how you doing?
How you doing, Mike?
I like that. How's he doing?
So what do you got coming up?
What is coming up? Oh God, we have a Sweet 16 coming up, don't we?
We do.
We done do. I check in the. I can't believe we hit. Today's what, the 2nd now, July 2nd. But first of all, I never know what day it is anymore. I don't know if anybody can relate. I bet if you're listening, you're shaking your head yes, or maybe like the good ones are shaking their head no. They don't.
We
I
also
don't
have
know.
a destination wedding coming up in
Yes,
August.
we do. Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
Yep. Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah, that'll
we
be
got
a
a lot
good one.
coming
It's
up.
just, you know what it is? All the end of the year stuff is becoming more real because time is flying so fast. Hence why I never know what date it is anymore. It says it's July 2nd, I think. And it's just like, how are we in July already? Like, and it doesn't help with the way the world works. Like, Halloween stuff's going to be out in stores like next week.
I know,
You
I
know,
get that.
they're already, I saw my ads were back to school. I'm like, didn't they just get out? Like,
Already you're seeing back to school?
50 cents folders at Staples in case anybody was wondering. You want to be prepared, like wild 50s. Like, I'm like insane. I'm like, let's just like enjoy the moment for God's sake, because it goes by so fast. All we're gonna do is just we're rushing right back into winter. That's all I see it as. So, and I love summer. I love fall. I do love fall, and I like winter for about 5 minutes. But like, and then it's just then we just get
I
stuck
don't
in
know if
that
I like
winter
winter for
phase.
5 minutes, maybe a minute.
Yeah.
Fall I do like.
After December, I'm just like, ugh.
We have the Windows on the Water wedding coming up in a couple of weeks, less than 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, it's a beautiful venue.
yeah.
Yeah, again, all these events that, like, even you telling me, I'm like, yeah, no, I know it's not for a while, but it's like right around the corner.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
That was how my client said. I'm like, it'll be here before you know it. You know?
Yeah.
So
That's gonna be a good wedding.
Yeah,
And since
course.
Seabright Windows on the Water, a couple of weeks. I think it's July 11th. So that should be fun.
those
Got the whole
beach
team
weddings
on
are
that.
always fun.
Yeah.
We did the one for I can't remember her name at the moment off the tip of my tongue, but that I'll never forget that one wedding. They were the sisters. Can't think of it, but anyway.
Oh yeah, I know.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
We did that wedding. I'll never forget. I think that might have been in September.
That was Tony Amato's daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the last nice day. Whatever year that was, might have been a couple years ago. It was the last nice day of summer, like the last nice weekend before all of a sudden then that chill came back in. It was like that fall, flip the page, you know, like so.
Yeah, that was a fun wedding. We put them in the lifeguard stand. The lifeguard
amazing.
boat.
Like
Yeah,
that was
awesome.
like the last summer, like end of summer, and then every weekend after that was chilly, and I was like, they had a perfect day, man. They just lucked out, but yeah, it'd be like that. I'm telling you, it's going by so quick. I've been on like a seafood kick. I'm like, if it's nice out, I'm going by the water. I'm getting some clams on the
You
half
have to.
shell, getting some drinks.
Summer goes by so fast, and,
Yeah.
and with us, we're so busy. And we have such a great team. Like just to talk about, how much work there is out here in photography. I had Jason photographing things at the Homedale Theater.
Yeah.
I had Stephanie going to things that I
that.
couldn't cover
Yeah.
while I was away on my Kentucky bike trip.
Right.
So that was another thing. I was
Yeah.
away in Kentucky on the motorcycle for a week.
Right.
Lots of photo ops out there. It's
a different world out
It's
there,
a whole
huh?
different world.
Yeah.
The country is just completely it's beautiful.
We do have a beautiful country. I'm all for
When
going.
you start going out west and start seeing.
I like it
what's
all.
out
I want to
there,
visit
it's
it all. You
amazing.
kidding me? Like I'm all
Yeah.
down for it.
You have to live your life, man. We're only on this planet for a short time. You got to get out there, live your life, have fun. If you're not happy with what you're doing, change it right now and go do something fun.
Right.
People keep asking me, well, how long you get? Matter of fact, this was asked to me. I had this question. I guess it was a couple of weeks ago. How long? Oh yeah, how long you? What they say? How long you think you're going to shoot weddings for? How much longer? I said, so I'm not having
Tough
fun
question.
anymore.
Yeah.
It is a tough question because
Yeah, have it along. Yes. Yeah.
I still love them.
Yeah.
You know,
I
like-
like shooting weddings.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so much fun. I like to dive
'Cause
into
we make
people's
it fun.
lives. Right. Yeah.
You know?
And I have a client that just booked me last night, and they were a little like shaky on the whole, booking part. Nothing against me or anything like that, but they just were overwhelmed by the process.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I said, my thing is this. I said, I'm here to help. I said, I'm here to help you in my capacity. I said, I've done this so many times.
Right.
I said, I have no problem, like, I don't want to say taking the reins, but like, I know what you're looking for. I know what to do.
Yeah.
Tell me what you're looking for. We could execute on
Right.
it. She's like, I think I want to do this, but I'm nervous I'm not going to have enough time. And then I just kind of let it go. And I was like, listen, I got you. Whatever you want to do that day, I said, I will give you my opinion if you ask for it, and I'll give you suggestions if you ask for it. I said, but at the end of the day, I'm here to make sure that you have a great wedding day and a good time. I said, don't be overwhelmed by like 40 different Pinterest ideas. I'm like, you might not even want to do it the day. I mean, you're going to be stressing about it for no reason. I said, just, breathe and enjoy the day. And we had a whole, like, I don't want to say like a heart to heart, but like we just like went deep for a minute with all that. And she ended up booking me.
That's great.
Yeah. And I was just like for video. And I was just like,
well, that's what I say.
It's like that's how you got to handle it.
Like, you're so much more than just being a photographer. Right. You're a human being. Like like. Tell me you don't get emotional at certain church ceremonies when things are being said and you can see it. You do.
Grandma's there. It's like, glad your grandma's still. That's awesome.
You're humans and you have human emotions. You become part of their day. And that's what we're not just there just to collect a paycheck.
Correct.
We're there because we want to be there.
100%.
Right? We make it fun. Right. Our team and I, we make it fun.
Yeah. No reason for stress. We always say no reason for bridezillas or anything like that because it's like, that's happening because you're stressed and things aren't going your way but it's like, it's like, let me, leave some of this stress for you and I will handle your day. I know what you're looking for. Just trust us.
And that's why I think there's some photographers out there that won't get into weddings because they just don't understand that whole process. It doesn't have to be a bridezilla. It doesn't have to be a stressful day, even though they may feel that way.
Right.
You can kind of counteract that as a photographer and really slow down that process and make it more fun.
I had her laughing on the phone. Like she was like, oh no, you're making this a lot better, and it's like, that's what I'm here for, like that's my job, I want to make sure genuinely it's just how I am, like, and I know you are too. It's like I want to make sure you are having the time of your life because it happens once, right? Like you do.
Yeah, I just got an email this morning. Like clients, they say, hey, sorry for the delay, but we'd like to speak to you in person next week. I'm gonna obviously write back and say, how about you meet in person and come to my office in Bellworks,
right?
Because they want to get to know the photographer before they make a decision, which is very important.
Yeah.
You can look at everybody's work and see, wow, this photographer does great work.
Yeah.
But go meet that photographer in person. See if you have that connection, that special bond, because that's the person and or persons that are going to be spending 8 to 10 hours with you, not only just on your wedding day, but leading up to afterwards, before the engagement shoot. All of those things come into play.
Right. Yeah.
And speaking of, Jason doing work for me and Stephanie doing work. Yeah. While I was away in Kentucky, I couldn't do something for Frescoes. I sent Derek over there.
Nice.
And then when I came back, they reached out again for Hamptons and magazines, and I took my friend Tommy in there.
Yeah,
He assisted
I know. I
me.
saw you went. It looked cool.
So shout out to Frescoes for being the best clients ever.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Rosanna and Jenna and LJ, they're my people.
Yeah, they're good.
They're great
too.
And if you've never been to Frescoes by Scotto in Manhattan, definitely go there because it's worth it. Yeah, go right now.
Mama Scotto's meatballs. I remember you took me there.
My God.
They just redid the front, right? Remember they had the scaffolding that got removed, right?
That's done now.
Something all like these beautiful. I'm like, where am I?
It's another Larry Scott creation. I mean, he's just amazing.
Yeah,
he's the event planner of Manhattan, so he's the best.
Cool, of course.
But their whole vision for that place is great, and the whole family is awesome. So if you haven't been to Fresco by Scotto, make sure you get there and enjoy the food and the experience. You'll love it.
Yeah, and one more thing about them that's so cool is like, I'm not there often. Like every so often, if they need video or whatever, you bring me. And one thing that is always so cool is like you go there and it's like, we just saw each other last week.
Family.
But it'll be like months.
They treat you like family.
Right, precisely. And I think that is just so cool. Yeah. I really appreciate it.
And even my buddy Tommy, he met Rosanna for the first time. He's like, she was so nice. I'm like,
she's so cool.
She's a human being. She's, you see her on TV every morning.
Yeah, I always see her at the gym. I'm on the elliptical or whatever. I'm like, there she is.
Rosanna, Rosanna
very
Scott
cool
is
human
the best.
being, man.
Jenna,
Seriously.
I love her. She's my bestie. And LJ, she calls me bestie. She's great.
Yeah, she's cool.
And LJ, the son, the whole family, like I said, from everyone.
And I'm telling you, good people, good food, like, that's it, period. Full stop.
Yeah, that's it.
Full stop.
So, but,
man.
So I think moving forward with this podcast, we had talked about in the beginning that we will take you live to certain venues, and we're going to be starting with Jumping Brook Country Club.
Yes, friend ladies there.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Awesome. They do a lot of weddings. They renovated some things, so we're going to probably be live there next time for the next episode. We'll bring you along with that, and you have any closing words you want to say?
Well, Jason might have to edit this next part out because I might butcher it. But I read something on a wall when we did BevNet. You know what I mean? We were sitting there having our bagel, our salmon and lox, which was really good. What did it say? There was a picture of it. It said something like, in the end, everything is going to be okay. And if it's not okay, it's not the end.
That's right. There it is. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. All in Focus, the Creators Podcast. We will see you on the next one. And thank you for watching.
Take care.
Take care.